Welcome to The Mighty Dragon. Today's guest is actor Fernando Piloni, a Brazilian actor who has travelled the world with the acting bug packed in his suitcase. Acting in Brazil, Spain, and now London, he's an actor who has mastered his art with skill and dedication, absorbing the different training in those areas. He has overcome obstacles to propel him even further ahead and open opportunities, specifically in theatre. He's recently appeared in A Haunting in Venice with Kenneth Branagh at the helm as Poirot, and I was keen to chat to Fernando about this experience. Not only is Venice one of my favourite places in the world, but I also admire the work of Agatha Christie. Her stories and characters are timeless. Welcome to The Mighty Dragon, Fernando Piloni.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today. I wanted to look at your career and how you started acting from Brazil through to London. How did your journey begin?
So basically, Brazil, when I was like 6, 7 years old, I never liked to be on school. So then one day, a theater company came to the school and they were casting some boys to do a performance. And the deal was, okay, if you were casting for that performance, you don't need to be in the school 3 days per week. And I was like, okay, good. So then they give the script to everyone, and I took the script and I was like reading just the characters, and I saw like the farmer, something relating Portuguese. And I said, okay, good, because farmer is gonna be just someone who just come one line and done. But then I have been casted for the production and I didn't realize that was the main character.
Oh,
So yeah. So then that starts the pleasure to enjoy myself, to be someone else, learn and understand about like what is acting, what is art, and I start to enjoy that. And then I start to be like more on theater, like small groups of theater on Brazil, but I never had my real self-confidence, and I never understood why. Suddenly I was like, okay, they sent me a casting, and I was like, oh, I'm not able to do that. I'm not able. So I never trust myself on the fact to, okay, I can be I'm an artist, I'm an actor.
okay.
And so then I give up. Then I come back to the theater again, and then I give up. And then I decide to move to Spain when I was 20. So on 20 in Spain, I say, okay, I don't want to know, like I don't want to talk about it anymore. And the opportunity came to do a short movie, so in Spain, and the same, I sent like few pictures, I did a casting, and they took me on board, and I was like, you know what, let's try again. But
Right.
then again, I give up. So then I decided to move to England. So
Yes.
when I was already like 30 plus, and just say, okay, let's try to learn English, and something in the end, like here is the word of Shakespeare, and
Yes.
at one point I say, you know, I will try. So how can I start with that? So I've tried to find like a small group of theater, like a community theater. I enjoy that group. I start to meet people. And then I say, okay, let's try to study. Say it would be amazing to have a degree in London, but so hard for me because English is not my language.
Right.
And I start to study. I did like a BTech course of performance arts. And then where I discovered why was this up and down. I've been diagnosed with dyslexia and ADHD. So
Right.
that was with 30 plus, I understood why I was so afraid to put me
Oh,
on the spotlight.
yeah.
And then I said, you know what, let's fight those demons inside of my mind and use that to create that character and perform
Yes.
in front of people. And with 40 years old, I graduate myself at Middlesex
Oh,
University, yeah, on performance art. On 40 years old, I received the audition to be on The Hunt in Venice, and
yes.
suddenly everything came, and I feel like even have like goosebumps because I feel so proud of myself, you know, and understand why those
Yes.
whys. And I still ask myself, so, oh, I should start early. But in the end, I say, no, everything come on the right moment.
Yes.
So now I feel like really strong enough to wherever come, I can take it I know my limits, but I know I can fight with that limits. About language, different kind of screen theater or wherever coming, I learn a lot,
Yes.
and it's a privilege right now for me.
So the dream never gave up on you. It was always there, always an
No,
opportunity, wasn't it, for you?
I love to watch like motivo, like those videos which give you emotion and motivate you. And once I was watching Daisy Washington, and when he say, "Dreams without goals, they're just dreams."
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then I say, "Yeah, I dream, but my goal, what's my goal exactly? Okay,
Yeah.
my goal is start. So how can I start? Okay, let's find a small theater company. Let's find a school. Let's find, and then like a ladder, you start step, step, step. And for me, the most beautiful was to be at university on my age,
Yes.
because my dream is to be an artist, not a
Yeah.
celebrity, not a
Right.
star. And
Yes.
that was the balance, because the new generation, they see that career as a celebrities. And for
Right.
me, to be an artist is the most beautiful. Perform in a small theater room or do performance wherever come is a privilege. So to be in the
Yes.
industry is beautiful for me.
Listen, a really incredible story.
Mhm.
From your time working in Brazil and Spain and in London, did you notice any difference in like the acting training methods?
Oh, definitely. On Brazil also for the age, so you learn more um basics, how to get a character. You don't do background story. You just, okay, you need to memorize those lines in front of the people and deliver the lines. And also I was so young. But then in Spain, um, I touch more like with this scream, like a camera, and okay, how you do like one take, two takes, why that take, why that length, why that shot, because I love to be asked questions. So why? And I learn a bit more. But then when you come to England, and you definitely start to study. So you start to study method acting, Stanislavs, all the methods. So you start to
Yeah.
really see, okay, it's important to study. It's not just as people say, no, you don't need to study. Yes, you need.
Yeah.
And you are like in the world of Shakespeare or in the world of great actors, big studios. So you have opportunity to be, let's say, doing extras basically every
Yeah.
single day, learn inside of the industry. So you are inside watching, privileged to watch people acting and performing, directors, and learn with your eyes. So that for me was another privilege. I did a lot of extra. And so then when the hunting Venice came, I was so comfortable with that, because for me it was natural.
Yes.
So it's not that, oh, big. But tell
Yes.
me,
I've read that you have an expertise in scream theatre. What's that all about? It
I
sounds
could,
really good.
yeah, I could scream, because is, so when I was studying, I learned like devising theater, no? So which I love it. And I was um really in love with a company called Gecko.
Yeah.
And I love I co-screen because also I do performance, so not just theater. And then when I studied performance, I was like, okay, what's the, it's a bit crazy. So I was not connect with the performance world. But then suddenly I connected. And I call that scream is because I don't think you need language, noise, sounds to performance. So Gecko for
Right.
me is beautiful. They perform in different language. Is so you can scream and people can feel. You can get just as Charlie Chaplin. And that's for me, which I love when I get something to really be physical and try to connect with people on that aspect of scream doesn't mean noise. It's more the
Yes.
connection. So that is, I create a performance called Invisibles, which I perform in a Ealing Brody Gallery, regards to refugees, migrants. As myself, I'm one migrant. Explain the journey of people who they cross the channel to get a better life, and those
Yes.
peoples they lose their life. And
Yeah.
so my performance was related with the sacrifice, why those peoples, and try to change the mentality of humans say, oh, they come here to take my job. It's not. It's a background history. And that was my scream, because I use my own blood in that performance. So to symbolize like the sacrifice, death, life, so everything. So that is when I call like scream. It's something I'm still working on it, because I really want to do like a theater which is more based on noise and no noise to connect with the audience.
Wow, that sounds so intense and
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah.
Wow. I wanted to touch upon your character in A Haunting in Venice. Can you tell me much about the character and the story?
Yeah, so Vincenzo Di Stefano is one of the petitioners, no? They, with Alessandro Longo, so they follow Poirot to try to ask for a help to Poirot. And
Yes.
then Alessandro Longo is the one who is lucky and can connect with Poirot. So then I'm one of those characters we follow Poirot. So I have like a really small part, but was beautiful
Yeah.
because connect with Amir. Amir is a great actor, so we are like connect every single day. And we have a scene as well with Ricardo Scamarcio, so which is another great actor. And we follow Poirot to ask for a help. But in my case of Vincenzo Di Stefano, is okay. I didn't get to Poirot, but I finished more like okay. Alessandro goes for Poirot inside his house, and Vincenzo is over there, but he doesn't know, should I go or should I not? So then came the question, what exactly Vincenzo is asking for? Is really asking for help, or is he knows already Poirot? So came a thousand of different questions, which finish with that part when Vincenzo is
Yes.
going through, is he scared of his bodyguard or what? So that is a
Yes.
really small part, but as I say, for me, really beautiful, because it was no lines, but was physical. So you
Yes.
really express how you are follow Poirot, how you are waiting for Poirot. You're tired, you're almost sleeping, then you have the opportunity. So yeah, basically that
Great.
is Vincenzo.
And it's a massive film. I mean,
Mm.
Agatha Christie, all of her stories and characters have just endured over the years. Why do you think that is?
It's, as I say, I was not really reading about Agatha Christie's son as when it came a murder on the Express. I was looking for more. And then I was like, okay, oh, it's the same as when you get Shakespeare. You get
Yeah.
a book and you start to
Yeah.
read, is kind of love and hate.
Yeah.
And let's say for me, Shakespeare is really difficult because connect with that old English, but then I connect with one character and I want to see that character through. Agatha Christie is the same. Is especially in that movie with Ariana Oliver, when you understand that maybe that is Agatha Christie. Oh no, that's not Agatha Christie. That is,
Yeah.
yeah, she's a writer. So yeah, it's something really special in, I don't know how she has so many books, and I
Yes.
really start to read more her books, and I think it's something really special. Poirot is a particular, like really peculiar character, and I
Such a
think,
great character,
yeah, I think
Poirot.
everyone has a bit of Poirot in their life because we
Yeah.
love to, oh, why, what's going on, and
Yes.
especially with me because I'm from Brazil and speak Spanish, the accent
Ah,
make,
yes.
so it's not the
Yeah.
traditional like English, so it's more the Belgian,
Yeah.
and give you a special connection with the character.
Yes.
And through the three movies, so you can see like different characters and really, really nice characters. And especially for me, A Hunting Venice was really, really like intensive move. You haven't watched yet,
Yeah.
no? So
Not yet. No, I can't wait. I
I
can't
don't
wait
give
to
this, I
see.
don't give a spoiler, but
Yes.
I went with my partner to watch, and she's not a big fan of those kind of movie.
Yeah.
And when finished the movie, she say, "I really love it because you can get scared, you get like
Yeah.
really oh, who is the murderer, and you get the
Yes.
surprise." Yeah, for me,
Right.
I can tell you a secret. When I got the script, I read the beginning of the script, which is the part we should do. And I start to read the script and I say, no, I don't want to know who is the murderer. I don't need to know that. I want to get the surprise too. So I jump in the end, get the end of the script again where I should be
Yes.
really understand the history. So I went to the cinema with the same as anyone or anyone else was watching. I was the same because it was like, that's the murder. No, that is the murder. No, why this? Why that? So I get the surprise, and I
Wow.
really love it. I think for
Yeah.
me, it's the best of the three movies. It's different, completely different.
Do you have any funny behind the scenes
Oh yeah,
memories?
definitely. So I spent,
Intriguing.
yeah, I spent I think 10 days on Venice, which is such privilege. It's a
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful city.
Yes.
The fact for me was back on the past, so easy to connect to those characters because you don't have cars, everything by boat, and we have like so many fun moments. So um work with Kenneth Branagh
Yes.
is a such privilege. But also Riccardo Scarmaccio, the Italian, was really kind, really generous. It's a big, massive man, and was speak with me in Italian because he thought it was Italian because Fernando Piloni. But then
Yes.
I say no, I can understand, I can get a conversation, but I'm not.
Yes. Yes.
And it was funny because we have one scene which was not in the movie, which he grabbed me, and we have a bit of a fight. So then we did this first take. Then okay, what do you think if we do like this? So we agree, and like I say, it was a learning process, and it was funny moments. So you see, for me, one moment to see like Kenneth Branagh really as an Hercule Poirot with blue eyes, look at you, explain you, and you're like really put attention in every single details,
Yeah.
and then suddenly he come and talk to you about something else and make you feel comfortable. Was really really nice. Also with Amir El Masai. So it was really, really a pleasure to be around that guy because we spent time together and with him and with his brother, another actor called Dylan. So we went to visit Venice. We have chat. We make like friends. So it's like really, really good moments to be in Venice, which all the ADs, APs, like such a lot of people. So and then the moment you feel the pressure, you really feel okay, let's enjoy it. And with all the
Wow.
responsibility for such a big movie, you really enjoy it. It was like for me, it was a 10 days when like
Wow.
a blink for me.
Wow. What do you learn from someone like Kenneth Branagh when you're working with them?
Mm, as I say, for me, I don't have a word to express how grateful I'm with Kenneth. No, so it's insane how you see someone as so he can direct act. He got like every single small details is constantly you look at him and you say, oh, I understand why. And he make you feel so comfortable, so comfortable.
Oh,
He come to you and he explained what exactly he wants. He pushes the position of your body. And it was so funny for me because at one point I'm in the wall. So it's almost the end of the movie. So we wait for Paro. And of course, we are tired. We are not sleeping, but we are like almost taking a nap. And then I got my position. He did the position on my body. And then uh, he turned and he come back and he did a question say, Fernando, when you sleep, do you breathe the same as when you're awake? And I say, no, of course, when you're sleeping tired,
yeah.
your breath is different.
Yeah.
And in any moment, I thought about it. And I was like, okay. Then I asked myself, say, okay, should I stay my mouth closed or open? Say, no, when you like tired, almost sleeping, you have the mouth a bit and you need to see your chest like slow. So then he came and said, that's I want physical. Really, it's no words. You express like you're tired. You express your you really want to talk with Paro, and but you are tired. So
Right.
not even with me, you can see Kenneth with every single one in the production. He's
Wow.
um is like I say, I don't have a word to. to say exactly, not just him, but everyone, but him special is, like I say, it's a mirror to look and see someone such big as him
Yeah.
behaving so simple, so nice with everyone, and make you feel comfortable. So that for me was
Yeah.
like, say, okay, I wait 40 years for that, but really
Oh, yeah.
really worth,
Absolutely. What a
yeah,
great production to be on.
surrounded
Yeah.
by big, massive actors.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Amazing. You've got on screen work and your stage work. Would you recommend actors to do stage work to enhance their
Oh,
abilities?
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
I recommend like any artist to try everything related with art, writing, reading, stage, scream, performance. So try to discover what you love it and what you can learn from one to another. Because as Kenneth for me is more you work as a stage on the screen. Everything is more different than other productions, which I saw it. It's more okay, go by the
Mm,
book.
mm,
And so then when you come from the stage, you feel more comfortable. If anything go wrong, you keep going because on the stage you don't have a second takes. So
yeah.
that is something you learn from stage. One of the scenes which I was walk, and one of the say they cross, and I could not hit my mark. But I went late, but I did. I didn't stop because I knew I should keep walking. Another was so windy. One point we are walking behind Poirot, and my head went out of my head. So the instincts try to hold, but the instincts keep it going because you
Yeah.
don't have. You really think, okay, I cannot stop to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, and apart, the stage is is something every actor say the same when you step in a theater stage is another world. So
Yeah.
you're connect. You're like you and me and you, and the screen the same. You have the lens, you have the camera, but over there it's you can really feel it's not just a lens. You feel your I can see your eyes. I can see your the intention. Also, you can use those intention to work. But
Yeah.
for me, it's like I would say, any kind of artist, or if you want to be an actor, is just try, and don't give up, and you feel more comfortable on stage, you feel more comfortable on camera, you feel more comfortable or doing voiceover. Is for this, as I say, is try to be an artist. You have like
Yes.
everything around you, not just to be an actor. So you can work with different um,
Yes.
voice movements, etc.
For actors that are coming from abroad to the UK, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them, as I say before, I had in my mind this, was I was saying, no, it's not for me. I barely speak English. I can never do Shakespeare because it's my accent. All the production is in English. But then you realize, is an actor called Michael Maloney when where he did Hamlet with Kenneth, and we had a chat once, and I did that comment to him, no, because in that moment, 5 years ago, I say, I give up. I love to watch everything, but no. And then he say, but why? So it's just all the production there in English. And I say, no. So then he say, okay, you speak three language. You can do different accent. And the words now become so multicultural.
Yeah,
And then I was like,
absolutely.
you know why? Why not? Why not try
Yes.
this? No, why
Yes.
not get a book of Shakespeare and Hamlet and get those characters with the accent? So why not try this? And then I say yes. So okay, I know the limitations which I have it, but even now I can work on it. So right now I'm getting like classes on voice, how to break my accent, how to speak
Oh.
properly, how to
Oh.
say water. So
Right.
and make fun all those
Yeah.
things, and then use your accent as well for make people think, oh, get connect with you. Oh, where are you from? Because when they heard the accent, is the first question, where are you from? And then
Yeah.
you engage. So you
Yeah.
use this as a tool, is a goal. no?
Absolutely.
So, and then connect with everyone, learn, and it's beautiful when you live in different countries. You learn a different culture. You can perform different characters because it's not just to study the characters. You know exactly what happened. Let's say Brazil is a different life than here.
Yeah.
Spain, South America. So that is stake as a privilege, and then when the opportunities come, you can use this as me on Hunting Venice because my appearance is more European and my surname, so I could play Italian.
Okay. Right.
So always take as a
Yes.
privilege instead to do what I did in my past. Oh no, 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 no. But also because I understand now why those my brain, the fact to have ADHD make you up and down and until today, let's say to do that interview, say, oh, it'd be great. But then when I went to bed, I was like, no, 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 you are no one. Oh, so you are a small character. Why you should do the
Oh,
interview? And your brain play against you. So is like I say, is trust yourself and follow
yeah.
your instincts and everything will come.
I think you're such a fantastic person to have on this podcast.
Yeah.
You've had so much experience and your
No,
journey
thank
has
you.
just been incredible. And
Oh
you've worked
yeah.
so hard and you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
deserve all your success. And you're
Yeah.
perfect for this, for The Mighty Dragon. A Haunting in Venice is out. What else have you got coming up? This is your last question. You'll be pleased to know.
Yeah. So right now I'm working in my second part of a performance which I've done called Invisibles.
Right.
It's the second part. The first one for me was I call Invisibles because it's something is the same as the noise. We see every day those things happen, people dying, refugees, but they are invisible because they don't affect us at the moment. So now I'm working the second part for me, which is on the animals cruelties, everything related with animals. So it's gonna be 3 parts. So as the second, I worked that right now on this, develop the performance with one of my ex-teachers called DGB. So he's gonna be my mentor. So he helped me with the first and helped me to love that word of performance as well. And and from theater and cinema is a couple of things on auditions, but I took a bit of a break as well because it's been 5 years really intensive on me
Yeah.
studying, learn, and now I just really enjoy that moment. And as you say, really feel really proud of myself and people around me. And but yeah, I'm really like looking to get something else. At the moment, as you say, I don't have an agent. I represent myself.
Yeah.
Also, that's it's beautiful because I need to learn how to do my tax return as an actor. So then, okay, now the movie's out, my CV, so I can start to look for someone who can work with me because also I spoke with actors as they say you cannot take the first one because you need to understand what you want. And for me, it's important as well. Work abroad, with
Yeah.
different language. So in that moment, I represent myself, and I think let's see. Soon I will have some news, and I can share with you. So any moment
Great.
anything come, we share with you definitely.
Fantastic,
Yeah,
fantastic. Thank you so much for
you're welcome.
sharing your journey on the Mighty Dragon. And may I wish you all the success with The Haunting in Venice and all of your other projects that you'll have coming up. So
Thank you very
thank you
much.
so much, Fernando. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Bye.